Hello friend, this is Swapnil and welcome to Learn ACP ABAP. So in this session, we are going to see how to use case statement in HANA CDS view and how to consume this CDS view in ABAP program. Okay, so I hope you are aware about case statement in ABAP programming. So today we are going to see how to use it in a CDS view and consume through ABAP program. Okay, and one more thing, we are going to see case statement in two different ways. Okay, first we are going to see how to use case statement for one particular column, and then we are going to see case statement with the multiple column. Okay, and after creation of CDS view, we are going to consume it in a ABAP program. Okay, so let's go to the Eclipse and we will see it practically. But wait, if you are the first time on my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get notification of my upcoming videos. Okay, so stay tuned till the end and keep watching Learn SAP ABAP.
Hello, I'm in my Eclipse system. So today we are going to see how to use a case statement in CDS view. Okay, so we are going to see the two different way to use the case statement. Okay, first with the single column and second with the multiple columns. Okay, so we'll see how to use the case statement with the single column as well as multiple column. Okay, so we'll show you the table for which we are going to use the case statement. So let's go to the SAP, and here we will this is our table, the employee data, and in this table, as you can see, there is some employee ID, first name, last name, country, city, phone number, and salary. Okay, salary and currency. So we are going to, for the first of all, we are going to basically use the case statement for this currency. Okay, whenever we have a INR, so we are going to just print the full form as a Indian rupees, and the USD for the United States dollar. Okay, so and for the euro, we are going to print basically European euro. Okay, so for first of all, we are going to use the case statement for this the currency field. Then we are going to use the case statement for the salary as well as currency. Okay, even we are going to we are going to create one small program in which we are going to consume the created case statement. Okay, created case statement in a report programming. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to the Eclipse. Okay, so select your package, right click on your package and new, and then other repository object. Then here you will type DDL. Okay, as you know how we can create the CDS view, right? I have also here shown in my previous video. If you didn't watch this video, so you may click on the link given in the description. So go and check our first CDS view creation video. Okay, so you'll get the idea to how to create it, and we'll give it the name as a uh, ZCDS case. Okay, uh, CDS view case statement. Okay, click on next. Secure the package whatever you have and click on the next. I'm just saving in my local package. So we have a local package, that is the reason it's not asking for the transport. So just simply click on the next, and here select the define view and click on finish. Okay, so now we can see the predefined code. Okay, created after we are selecting the CDS view define view. So now as you can see here, SQL view name, in the SQL to provide the name which we can see in the SE11 in our SAP system. Okay, so I'm giving the name as a Z view as a case. Okay, this is nothing but the view which will be created in a SE11. Okay, so we can access this from SE11. Okay, okay, define new CDS view case. Now here I'm just giving the name of the table from which table we have to access. So our table ZEMP underscore data. Okay, define CDS. Okay, so now how to access created, as you already know, right? So we'll take some random field. Just go to our table and let's decide the field which we can access. Taking the field as a EMP ID, just copy, as we giving the name as alias as a employee EMP. Then we'll give it as the first name, F name, sorry, as a as the first name. Then we can take the country. We'll give the name as the country. See, now I'm not using any alias. Okay, here you may find the difference when we will execute this. Okay, employee ID first time. Here I have used the aliases. We have used some field name with alias, but here I'm not going to use it. Then we will use our column. Which column? Which is a salary. as a payment, and here we will use as a last as a currency, right? Currency. Okay, that's correct. Okay, now we will use a case statement. Okay, so now we have to use a case statement on currency. So that is the reason we will use here as a currency name of the column. Okay, and here what, when it's USD, when USD, then we will display message as a United United States dollar. Similar, when we have INR, then Indian Indian rupees, and we have when EUR, euro, then then European euro. Else we will use as a undefined. Give name as a undefined. Undefined. And here we will use the end as a, it is nothing but the name of the column. Okay, status. Okay, so now we are almost done with the case statement. Okay, so let's execute and we will see how it looks like. Sorry, we made a mistake. Here we have a INR. Okay, so now we will execute once again. So now as you can see here, whenever you are INR, then it is printing as a Indian rupees. For USD, United States dollar, European rupees. Whenever we have a AUD, which is nothing but the Australian currency, so it's printing as a undefined because we have not specified anything for AUD. Okay, and here, as you can see, the name of the column is the status. Okay, so this is the way you can use the current. You can use a case statement for the single column while extracting the data, where you can read in the view. But now we will see how we can use this for the multiple column. Okay, so as we have already discussed, we are going to use that for two column, right, for the salary and currency. So let's see for the salary. In case of salary, let's check for the data. So now as you can see, we have some salary, so we are going to basically display the message whenever we have a salary more than 5,000. So in that case, we are going to just display the message like, say, eligible for investment. And whenever we have the currency as a USD, then we are going to print as a USD. Okay, and the rest of the thing we will print as a undefined. Okay, so we'll see how we can use the case statement for multiple columns. Okay, so we'll do the changes in the same thing. Okay, so as we have a salary also, we have already entered. But now let's suppose we'll just, okay, so now how we can use. So now as you can see here, we have used the currency, right? For the case, we have used currency because we are using for one particular column. But now we have to use for the multiple columns. So what we will do, we will just use only case statement here. Okay, we are not going to specify anything over here. Okay, so given case, now when salary, the name of the column, when salary, when salary is greater than 5,000, it is greater than from target, then we will simply display the message and the eligible for investment money. Okay, we are just giving some random message. Okay, you can give any name. Then again, when, here we will use currency. Okay, here we are going to use currency, the name of the current column is equal to, we'll use INR. Okay, then Indian rupees. Okay, and what we will do else, undefined. And again, we'll use the end as with alias status. Okay, that's it. We'll check and activate. Okay, Okay, so now you can see the difference. We are used here the name of the column, right? Because we were using the case statement for this currency column, right? So we had used it. But now in case of the multiple thing, if you have to perform the case statement for the multiple columns, so you don't need to specify here anything in here after the case statement. Directly in the when statement, you can use the name of the column and we're giving the condition as per your requirement. Okay, so let's see how it's look like. So we'll just activate this thing. So now as you can see here, so here is the 5000. Okay, so now here is the 5000, which is the less than the now here payment is a 5000. So and its currency is a INR. So it's a printing as a Indian rupees. Okay, so now if you if you have a look on over here, so now this payment salary is more than 5000, right? Because we have used the case statement as a if the salary is more than 5000 then eligible for investment money. So it's a printing, basically printing the message as a eligible for investment money. Okay, here I think is 789. Okay, so now in case of the 4000, now as you can see here, now here the salary is also less than payment, salary is also less than 5000 and currency also less than currency is also not a INR. So that is it's printing as undefined for this for this four row next. Then after that, as you can see here, the salary is 8000 and the currency is record. So it's a printing basically the message eligible for investment money. Okay, because it is satisfying the first requirement. So now here as you can see the payment is which is less than the 5000 and the currency is INR. So it's a printing message Indian rupees. Okay, and here also the currency is a difference and payment is also not satisfied. So it's printing as undefined, and here also 8000 you can see the eligible for money and undefined. Okay, so this is the way you can use the currency with the two for you can use the case statement for multiple column. Okay, so now we are going to see how we can consume this created CDS view in our ABAP. Okay, so let's create one in a normal program, and so and in which we are going to consume this created CDS view. Okay, so let's see how we can consume this. Just click on new and we will select as ABAP program. So here we'll give the test, we'll give the test CDS view consume. Okay, and here give me other CDS view consume. Okay, click on the next. You can see the report from ABAP screen. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we have to just consume the created CDS view, right? So we'll have a look created CDS view. So this is the view which we have created, right? So as you can see here, ZV case, right? So this is the case as we have already discussed, right? The it will create the view in SE11. So let's have a look the view underscore case, right? And we'll click on the display. So as you can see here, the view is created, right? SQL view. This view we have created inside this Eclipse, right? Okay, and this is our data, correct? So we are going to consume this created CDS view, this SQL view created view in our program. Okay, so let's go to the SAP. Here what we will do, we will just, okay, so to consume the created CDS view, we have a class, right? CLSALV underscore GUI table GUI, then we'll be pressing the control space, and as you can see here, underscore table IDA. Okay, so we are going to basically use this class in which we have a method called create. Okay, so now as you can see here, table name. Okay, so we have to basically provide the table name. So which table name we are going to provide here? So go to our created view. So now as you can see here, zview which we have created, right? Zview case here at the top, SQL view. So we are going to just basically copy the SQL view and we will just queue here. Okay, view. And now as you can see here, we have a receiving parameter, right? First of all, let me uncomment it. Okay, so now here we have to basically provide the so here it will retrieve the data in here. So okay, so before that we just need to define the reference variable for it. So local object will display, what is we will use, we will define type refer to if SALV GUI underscore table IDA. Okay, so in which we are going. Okay, so this is the receiving parameter. Okay, name of the receiving parameter. So we'll give the IO here, IO display. Okay, we'll just ignore this exception warning. Okay. Okay, so now it will access our SQL view created in SQL view. Okay, so now what we have to, we will use the hello display. We have to just display the data, right? Then what we have a method called full screen, and inside this full screen we have a method called display. Okay, that's it. Okay, let me check and activate. Okay, so now we will do what we have done. We have used this class cl SLU table id, in which we have a method called create. In this method we have a exporting parameter as a table name. Here we have to basically pass the SQL we have created, okay, which is a ZV case in our case. And in the receiving parameter you will receive the data whatever created, whatever we have inside this case. Okay, and we have to, and for using this statement, just basically displaying the data whatever we have inside this. Okay, whatever we have retrieved from this SQL view. Okay, so let's check and activate. And now there is one more interesting, as you can see, like okay, so we'll just copy this name, program name. Okay, and if you go to the AC38, and if you have a look for it, so as you can see, whatever we program we have created inside the Eclipse, it will get reflect in our SAP system also. Okay, same code. Okay, see, now this is the same code what we have created in the Eclipse. See, we may compare this. Okay, so now we will execute it and we'll check the output. If I want, sorry, I will have to go to the AC38. We'll copy this program name, go to the AC38, put the program name and click on the execute. Once we click on the execute, so now as you can see here, the same output whatever we have seen inside our view in a Eclipse, right? It's Indian rupees in currency, and we will execute this thing also here. You remember we had created this view. Okay, if I will execute this thing also, so you may see the same output. Okay, this is the Indian rupees, and if we go to the SAP CDS views consume, this is Indian rupees, right? So this is the way you make consume the CDS view created inside our ABAP program. Okay, so I hope friend you like this video. If you have any kind of the doubt, then please write me in the comment section below, so whenever I will get the time I will reply to your comment. Okay, so thank you friends, and please subscribe to my channel to learn more about SAP ABAP. Okay, so thanks.
If you like this video, then press the like button below. If you have any doubt, then write me in the comment section below. If you want to learn more about ABAP, then visit to my website www.learnasapabapp.com. The link is also given in the description. And please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get notification about my next upcoming videos. Okay, so friends, bye, signing out.